Good evening, everybody. We are the Pennsylvania Sasquatch Association. We're just going to start off with a little bit of introduction about ourselves. First off, I want to introduce myself. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
My name's Terry.
I'm Laura.
Michelle.
And for anybody that's not sure about us, we're based out of Berwick, Pennsylvania. Raise your hand or raise your drink glass if you know where Berwick is.
Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy Spencer.
Jimmy Spencer.
Mr. Excitement.
Arthur free t-shirt.
But for those of you who don't know, we're about 3 hours east of here near the Pocono Mountains, around the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. And our two co-founding members, Mike, who's here with us tonight, and Stephen, who couldn't be here tonight because he had some work obligations, they've been doing this for about 20 years.
20 years off and on, yep.
And we made our group public to everyone in January 1st of this year, and we're more of an upstart group, but we've started off really strong, and we're very happy and proud of how far we've come in the past 6 or 7, 8 months.
A lot of what we do, this is our first real Sasquatch party. We've never done this before. We're field researchers. We're out in the woods. We're, midnight, we're in the woods. And this is the first time we've done this, so just kind of bear with us. I think we've got a fun night planned out for you.
All right, so one of the big reasons we're here is within the next month and a half, September, maybe early October, once the weather starts cooling off and some of the leaves start coming off the trees, we want to get out here and do an active investigation, probably a whole weekend one, do 2 overnights. So we want to open it up to you and hear about your experiences first. So we're all friends here. We're not going to judge anyone. We want to hear about your experiences, what you've seen in the woods, if you've seen a Bigfoot, if you've heard one, if you heard screams, tree knocks, had anything weird following you in the woods. We want to hear about it. We encourage you to come up and talk to everyone about it, talk to us about it. If you feel a little bit weird about talking to everybody about it, again, we're all friends here. We're not judging. We want to hear everybody's experiences. Everybody else here wants to hear what you have to say, but if you're really, really not comfortable, come up and talk to Michelle here. She's going to talk to you personally and write down about your encounter as well. And just to let everyone know, just for our own personal record, so we can go back and see what everybody said. We do have a camera rolling up here, but again, we encourage everyone who's had an experience to come up. So I don't know if you want to raise your hand or just walk up and form a line, or...
And let me just say, I'm not crazy. I'm a skeptic. I really don't know if there's something out there. Personally, for me, it's to prove that there is or there isn't. I feel like, there could be. Why not?
Well, I don't know if you want to hear what I'm going to say, but...
Yeah, say it.
You want to come up?
Sasquatch it's been for years, right? So
Native Americans have reported
why
it,
is there
yeah.
not better evidence? How come there's no bodies or anything?
Skeleton.
That's a good question.
I'm a skeptic, but,
All right.
But you would think it's like the mountain lion in Pennsylvania.
Right. Let me throw this out.
No one catches one in a trap.
Let me throw this out because I'm a hunter, I'm an outdoorsman, I fish, I hunt a lot, spend a lot of time out in the woods. And if you hunt or you're in the outdoors a lot, let me throw this question at you because it was thrown at me before. How many times have you seen a black bear dead in the woods unless you just shot it? You've never found like a carcass or the bones or because
You
of...
see them hit on the highway, though.
You see them hit on the highway, right. But we're talking about a species that might be even more sparse than black bears. And we know black bears are out there, and there's thousands of them in Pennsylvania, but hardly ever do you see one dead in the woods. And now you're talking about a species that's, you know, maybe there's a dozen of them in the state, who knows? But the chances of that, you know, you find one dead or see one, it's going to be very slim. Like I said, I'm not crazy. I'm pretty down to earth. I'm not one of those extremists that think, oh, everything's a Sasquatch. My profession, I'm a teacher, so I feel pretty grounded. I own a business, a few businesses. I'm not, you know, somebody that's just out doing this because they're crazy. I really don't feel like. But I want to prove either there is or there isn't. And for me, what got me into Sasquatch, now we said I'm from Berwick. We live about 15 minutes from a mountain range called Jonestown Mountain. And when I was 6 years old, they had a sighting on this mountain. Two guys, 30 years old or so, driving over the mountain, had something huge run in front of their car. And I think ever since that was reported, it made big news in our area. That kind of fascinated me, and I'm still 30 years later into this. So I just want to know, is it out there or isn't it? I'm not...
That's where I'm at too. I'm not saying I don't.
I'm right there with you. That's why I'm out, you know, and I've heard things out in the woods I can't explain. You know, I've hunted after dark, I've been out after dark, and had some weird things, you know, kind of crazy, but, you know, sounds that I know are not from any animal. I've never seen anything, you know, to say that it's a Sasquatch or, you know, we've found prints before, we've had hair samples sent to us. So that's kind of where I stand. I'm right there with you.
Right, and just to go on not finding a body, another belief is that being Sasquatches are just as intelligent as us. One of the beliefs is that they actually bury their dead, just like we would bury our dead. So if you could find a body buried 6-7 feet in the ground on a 60,000 to 70,000 acre plot of land, then, you know, come find us, please.
You know, if this thing does exist and it's out there, I don't think it's a monster. I don't think it's, you know, anything supernatural. I think it's caught between human and ape. Maybe it's like a missing link. You know, if you've ever looked at evolution from human to from the apes to the humans, and I don't necessarily believe in that, but it could be something caught in between, you know, human and ape. So,
All right, and we have someone here that wants to show us and talk to us. I'll give you the form. Eric,
Hello
show us.
everybody. I got some tracks if anybody wants to look at them, some casts. These are from Grants Pass, Oregon. I have some friends up there who more or less associate with Bigfoot on a regular basis, feed them cookies, have experiences with them running over the roof of their house, shaking their vehicles, all kinds of crazy stuff. And so if anybody would like to look at these, they're more than welcome to look at them. And
Can I put them up here on the table?
sure.
Wow.
I live in Westfield, and I heard something one night on the mountain, and it sounded just like an ape sounding off, like big barks, like that, and it echoed through the valley. It was more than any dog or any other animal could ever make. And
sound like kind of a hump sound.
yeah, it sounds like 1,000 dogs all at one time.
We just had a witness report the same thing, that she heard that against.
Yeah, it echoed all the way across the mountains. I mean, no dog can do that, no coyote or anything. I've heard flocks of coyotes. I mean, you know, none of them make sounds like that. It sounds just like a gorilla.
Right, right.
And if anybody's interested, there's a on the internet, Blue Planet Project, Essential Intelligence, Aramis 3. If you look that up, it's the government's file that's been illegally released about the information on Bigfoot, and they list them as a para-terrestrial and not your average creature in any way, shape, or form. So I'm a believer, 100% believer. I've been a nature guy my whole life, and when I know something's real, to me, it's real. The Patterson film is real, and they can't debunk it.
Right.
They can't debunk it. They cannot debunk it. And it's the best evidence out there. There's plenty of DNA. And what most people don't realize is the corporations in America don't want Bigfoot discovered. If they discover Bigfoot, it'll be just like the gray owl did with the logging industry. It'll shut down the paper mills, it'll shut down the logging industry, it'll shut down the fracking industry. They discover an ape living in the forest of America, it'll shut down all the industry, and the oil companies will go broke. So it's good to look at both sides of the coin instead of always trying to figure out if Bigfoot's real, because they're never going to tell you he's real on TV. And the only time you ever see DNA is with Ted Dishotel with his Mohican, and he ain't never going to tell you the truth.
He's not going to admit it either.
Exactly. It's the oil companies that don't want Bigfoot discovered. And because it'll shut down everything, the paper mills, the whole bit, the logging, they'll shut it all down. So just so you know, those are my opinions on Bigfoot. I believe it's 100% real. You can look up David Paulides, Missing 411 on the internet, and all the people that go missing from the national parks in the United States on a regular basis. And he comes up with the most definitive proof that I think anybody has ever come up with, interviewing all the Native Americans all across America, working for the FBI, working for the police, all the forensic evidence, the ancient news reports. I mean, you listen to a 30-minute video from Dave, and if you're not a believer, well, in my opinion, there's something wrong with you. You know, so.
There's definitely evidence out there that supports it.
There is.
You know, it's a personal quest for me to want to know more.
Exactly.
I want to know.
Exactly.
I want to see it if it is out there and find more evidence to know if it's real.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll have the prints up here if anybody wants to come up and look. We're going to take a break in a few minutes.
I wasn't even aware
And you're welcome to come up and check them out, talk to us.
Yeah, most people aren't.
Yeah, I wasn't.
really.
Now I want to talk real quick on our page. We have a private message that you can message us, and we had a message about 3 weeks ago, and it came through, and I forget the name of the person, but it was like Mary White Cloud, and I know it was a Native American, you know, and she wrote and said, you know, what does Sasquatch mean to you? And she was not very happy that we were, you know, poking around trying to find this thing. And I said, you know, I think it's a primate. I don't think it's a monster. I think it's something that was undiscovered. You know, they say 95% of the ocean is undiscovered. So why not, you know, something in the deep, dark woods be out there and we not know about it? So I email her back, and she emails back to me and says, you know, to us, to the natives, it's a people, and they need to be left alone and respected. And I agree with that. I don't think that, you know, anybody should be out there trying to expose for any commercial value or anything like that. You know, and you get a lot of questions that, what would you do if you found one? Yeah, I mean,
That's a question.
sensibly is the only way you probably ever prove that it's real, is to shoot one. And then that becomes an ethical question, you know. So, you know, if you're shooting it, are you killing the last of its kind? I don't know. What do you think?
Can you ask a question?
Question? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I understand, like, what you said about the dark woods. Now, I can understand that, like, out in the Pacific Northwest. But, like, here, the woods really aren't, I mean, they're big,
Right.
but it's, I don't see how it can hold something to where you don't have more evidence, like here in Pennsylvania.
Right. Now, I'll speak for us. just recently we were on a set of game lands that were 55,000 acres. It was game lands number 13
Right.
up in Sullivan
Sullivan
County,
County.
Elk Grove. And just the amount of land, like I don't think there's been people up there to cover all that land. We don't know what's up there. I mean, and that's just game lands. That's not attached private land and, you know, the mountain range.
Yeah, just for us speaking, that night alone, it took us probably 6 hours to hike in 2 to 3 miles and then hike out while still doing an active investigation, not just barreling in there 2 or 3 miles and barreling on out. So I question anyone that could go and cover 55,000 acres of game land in one night and see and hear everything that could possibly be up there. See every deer, see every bear, see every possible mountain lion that's up there, let alone 2, maybe 3 Bigfoot that could be up there roaming around that area.
That, right?
I have a question. So you see these, don't you have any evidence of what are they eating and what are they disposing at that point? So you don't have
We don't personally.
any feces that are like...
Not anything. We've already had it. We did find some things. We have a biologist that's part of the team, and right away he, examined it and said he identified what it was. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Well, that has to be like there has to be a cycle.
There has to be. I mean, but it's nothing that we've stumbled on yet.
Yeah, not just us, we're not speaking just for us. Other Bigfoot groups have found possible fecal matter that they have had analyzed, and the DNA that came back in that wasn't identifiable.
You're always going to have skeptics. There's always going to be another side of the fence. Even if they find it, are they really going to acknowledge it? Are they going to say, this is what it is? I don't know anybody scientifically that would, want to put their name on the line and come out with that, but someday, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully it is within our lifetimes. So, anybody else want to share anything? Any sounds, anything that they want to record or talk about? Come up and see us. We were actually called up here because of the number of sightings and reports that have come in from Potter County. So anybody that wants to come talk to us, we're going to take a quick break. Come up and we can meet on the side. We'll keep everything confidential.
And while we take a quick 5-minute, 10-minute break,
The menu in the bar.
Also, we're here to answer your questions on what you want to know. So feel free to think of something, maybe write it down, come up, ask us. We'll write it down on a piece of paper, and then we'll talk about it with everybody here. And before we take a quick 5-minute break, Terry here wants to let you know about the specials going on tonight.
Yes, the Germania Hotel here has put together a Bigfoot-themed menu for this evening. We have a 30-ounce Sasquatch ribeye. If any of you could eat all of that, it includes 2 salads. 30-ounce Sasquatch porterhouse, dinner for 2, only $40.50. The Yeti burger with French fries, which is $22.95, and the baby back ribs. So enjoy your Sasquatch menu this evening, and the Sasquatch baby is a drink special at the bar. It was very good. I've had one. Or 2. Yeah, another thing, the PSA has some t-shirts available for sale here. Sure, we could take some orders. We only had brought 4. We're going to be doing some contests this evening, so you could possibly win one. And the hats for $15. Very nice, thick hat for the winter. Yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, so if you want to come up and talk to any of us, we're here.
And again, whether you want to talk about a sighting, an encounter you had, or just want to come up and ask us a question that we could address to everyone, feel free. We'll come up, we'll write it down, and we'll speak out the question and let everyone know what our answer is. And in the meantime, have another beer. Eat, drink, be merry, and remember, tip your bartenders. Alright guys, we're back. We're going to start some Sasquatch trivia now. While everybody's trying to come up maybe with more questions or get a little bit more alcohol, liquor in them to come forward if maybe they've possibly seen something. So we have 10 trivia questions, and each person that gets the right answer, we have what? 10 prizes. We have 10 little prizes to give out. So if you think you may know the answer, just raise your hand. We'll do Jeopardy style. First person with their hand raised, you get the correct answer, you get your prize. So I'm going to hand it over to Mike and start the trivia.
All right, this is our Bigfoot Boot Camp trivia questions. So if you think you know the answer, raise your hand and we'll call on you and see if you're right. I'm going to throw out the question without giving any choices. So if you know it, take a shot. If we can't get anybody that has a correct answer, then I'll give you multiple choice. All right, here we go.
What do you have that's red and...
What extinct ape that lived in Asia over 10,000 years ago is credited with being the most likely ancestor of the Sasquatch? Anybody know? If you have any interest in Sasquatch, you might know this answer.
It was Fred.
Not Fred, no. Could have been, but... Go ahead, right there. Not the Yeti. It's more of a scientific name for an ape-like creature that walked on two legs as recent as 10,000 years ago. What extinct ape lived in Asia just about 10,000 years ago is credited with being the most likely ancestor to the Sasquatch? No, I've heard of that though. It's a good guess. It's not the Chinese gorilla. I'll do the multiple choice and see if that helps. We've got A, the Paleanthropus, B, a Gigantopithecus, C, Neanderthalis, or D, Magilla gorilla. That's a big giveaway. Who's first here? Help me out. Go ahead. It is the Gigantopithecus, yes. Lived about 10,000 years ago, was a bipedal animal, which means it walked upright on two legs, was very human-like. So the Gigantopithecus. These are not easy questions, they're pretty tough, so if you don't get it, don't feel bad. All right, here we go.
Or maybe if you do get it wrong, we're going to make you do a shot. We haven't decided yet.
Do the Bigfoot pudding shots up there. All right, here we go, number 2. How many states in the U.S. have reported Bigfoot sightings? All right. Anybody? 49? Somebody say 49? You were close. 49. Who said 49? You're right. You got
49 is a correct answer. The only state that has not had a Bigfoot sighting is Hawaii.
All right. If you follow Bigfoot or you're intrigued by Bigfoot at all, you'll know this one. What film that was shot in 1967 shows the best evidence of a Sasquatch caught on tape?
Remember, you have to raise your hand. We will not take shout-outs.
Patterson, we got it. The Patterson Gimlin film, shot in 1967. It's still a big controversy today because the footage, it's been analyzed by all the professionals, all the people that are involved in the industry with film have analyzed it and said there's no costume during that time, 1967, that would come out to be that real. There's no zippers, there's no lines. You know, they said the technology and the costume industry wasn't even up to speed at that time. So they say, you know, both sides of the fence, it's real, it's not real. You know, it's still up in the air. But that supposedly is the best film shot that's clear of a Sasquatch walking. All right, our next one. What do the Southerners call Sasquatch? What's the most prominent name that you would hear down south from Virginia to Florida?
Especially in Florida and North Carolina.
Go ahead. Not Bigfoot. It's a southern name for the Sasquatch. You're close. You're really close. Comes from living in the swamps.
Over here, this guy over here said it.
What is this?
The guy back there.
Somebody back there said it? Go ahead. It is the skunk ape. The skunk ape. From living in swamps, they say that the methane and the gases that are given off makes the smell of the Sasquatch. That's why you have a lot of people that witness or hear excited Sasquatch smell like a real nasty, pungent odor. They call it the skunk ape down south. Yeah, thank you for sharing those. It was great. Thanks for coming out.
Like I said, I got stacks and stacks of books. All I do is study.
That's great. Yeah, you have our card. You can reach us too on email. Thank you. Thanks for coming
If
out.
you're ever interested with your knowledge and everything, you're becoming an active member first, especially for this area out here.
Yeah, sure.
You know, if you want to contact us,
Sure. I had people contact me from the United Kingdom. I had money chat. I've had so many things happen to me in my life that it's getting documented.
Wow.
I've had studies of other creatures.
So, I wanted to mention this. 1974, I've seen the Army Corps of Engineers. They released like a map of Washington State, and on there they acknowledge that Bigfoot is part of the flora.
Yeah, plus $250 million.
It's the government, right?
Make that happen.
The government released it. So why
I'm
would that
telling
be
you
on
right there. I'm telling you right there, it's real. $250 million it costs the taxpayers to make that happen. And Bigfoot is exactly. Bigfoot's at the top of the food chain. All that happens.
Keep in touch with us.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. All right, our next question takes us outside of the U.S. and we'll talk about Sasquatch has been reported not just here in the United States but globally. And in Mongolia, I want to know, what are Sasquatches called? And I'll give you the ABCD choices for this because it can be tricky if nobody knows it. Nobody want to try it without the choices? All right. Would you say that a Sasquatch in Mongolia is called a bovine, a Szechuan, a Yowie, or an Alma? Who was it? Do you mind if we do somebody different? Because you guys have been... You're our experts. You're our experts here. How about...
Cheers!
They saw the answers. Go ahead. You think it's the Yowie? The Yowie is the name for
Australia.
a Sasquatch in Australia. They call it the Yowie. Go ahead, we'll take you. Do you think it was A, the bovines? That is not correct. Let's pick somebody different that didn't get a chance over here. How about one of the little girls there? You say D? It is D, it's the Alma. The Alma is the name of a Sasquatch in Mongolia. Every culture, every group of people have a different name. It's called an Alma in Mongolia. The Yowie's Australian. The Native Americans, just about every tribe have a different name for it. It just depends on the geography.
All right, that one was a tough one. So, in light of it being a tough one, I'm going to call it group social on that one.
All right, have another beer. Sit down. All right, here's my next question. This is a hunk of plaster, kind of like the tracks that you saw up here that Tom brought up. A hunk of plaster with the impressions of a forearm, a thigh, a hip, an ankle, an Achilles tendon. Now these have all been scientifically studied. It's public, it's out there. I want to know what the name of those casts are called. Now, it's an alleged Sasquatch cast, but there's a name for it. Anybody want to take a shot without the answers? No? Okay. Would you say it's called a Skookum cast, a Boogie Mole, a Bigfoot impression, or a Squatch cast? Let's get some different people with some answers here. It's like being in school. All the kids that know the answers are the ones raising their hands. How about somebody different? Anybody want to take a shot? It's a hunk of plaster with the impression of a forearm, a thigh, a hip, an ankle, and an Achilles tendon of an alleged Sasquatch. Is it called a Skookum cast, a Boogie Mole, a Bigfoot impression, or a Squatch cast? It's not the Squatch cast, no. It's a Skookum cast, yes. It's called the Skookum cast after this scientist, Melba Skookum, who had studied it, researched it, found it, I guess. Four more? Okay. We have about 4 more questions, so if we can get some different people involved, help us out up here. Now, this is something that we've done as a group. We're out in the field a lot and try some different things while we're out there. So this is what communication method is described in many Bigfoot reports. A lot of the scientists that study Sasquatch or study primates report hearing this communication method. Anybody want to take a shot without the answers? What'd you say? Not the how. It's a good answer. It's a tree knock. Okay? You find a nice dead branch and you knock it against a good hardwood tree, and that's reported in a lot of Sasquatch sighting reports that people hear tree knocks, wood knocks, and it's also prevalent in the primate world that's one form of communicating.
And as far as tree knocks go, believe it or not, researchers do believe that tree knocks are sometimes a Bigfoot mating call.
You don't want to do it too many times. You don't want to do it in a Bigfoot breeding area, that's for sure. All right, this is an easy one. If you're a Bigfoot fanatic, you've got to know this. So I'm not going to give an answer to it. Where was the famous Patterson-Gimlin footage shot? I want to know the location. Where? Who knows?
Route 6.
Route 6. Where was the famous Patterson-Gimlin footage shot? What location? Bluff Creek, yep. Got it. Bluff Creek, California.
You are way back.
That Squatch. 2 more?
Alright, this is for all of our history buffs out there. What president allegedly saw a Bigfoot?
It was a U.S. president that reported having seen a Sasquatch while out hunting.
To give you a hint, the teddy bear was named after him.
How about question, and then we'll take a quick break and come back.
All right, last question. What state is considered the Bigfoot capital of the United States? Remember, we're not taking shout-outs. You have to raise your hand. Oregon would be a close second.
Remember, that's where these prints came from tonight that Tom brought up, Oregon. How about...
We have someone over there.
Yep. Do you want to say what you had? Say it again. Washington.
Washington is the
Good
correct
job.
answer.
You paid attention in school. In Squatch schools.
All right, we're going to take a quick couple-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a little bit about our experiences we've had and some of the investigations we've done.
Share some of the reports for Potter County, too.
Yep. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Don't forget to visit the bar, order from the Sasquatch menu, and we've got more fun things coming up, so just hang out, have a good time. Squatch you later.
Unlike Mike and Jason, I don't have any personal stories to share about any Bigfoot sightings or experiences I have had. Mostly what started me in the Bigfoot hunting, I'm from Clearfield, Pennsylvania, and there's been a lot of sightings lately and a big interest in the Bigfoot, so I like to get my kids involved in the outdoors, so I just use it as an adventure for us. Make it fun for them, give them a reason to go out and hike and learn about nature. Two of my children are small, they're 4 and 5, and they love talking about Bigfoot and thinking about Bigfoot, which it excites me because when I was small, my grandparents were big hunters. All my uncles, they live in the woods, they do nothing but hunt and fish and blah, blah, blah. So camp, all of that was the way I grew up, and they would tell us stories of Bigfoot trying to get us excited about, the what ifs. So to me, it's more like a why not pass this along to generation, make it fun, give them a reason to get rid of all this technology and cell phones and Facebook and all of that that distracts them and get them interested in nature. So I wish I had a hair-standing story to tell you, but I don't.
Well, thank you, Terry. Coming up in a little bit is probably what everybody's here and been waiting for. We're going to be having 2 major contests coming up. We're going to be having the Hairiest Chest Bigfoot contest, and then we're also going to be having a Who Can Do the Best Squatch Call contest, where the winner of the contest gets a brand new PSA shirt. So
I thought he was hanging on the side of the truck.
Are we ready?
I never even told my buddy.
Well, it'll stay confidential.
Okay.
Me every day.
Believe me, it's crazy.
I have to announce a moment you guys have all been waiting for. Germania Hotel in Galeton. We have a special guest here with us tonight. None other than Bigfoot himself.
Juvenile Squatch.
We found Bigfoot.
It's
Slightly shorter than most
You guys are going to vote for the winner.
Wait it.
Do we have any hairy men? Hairy women? Woo! Ladies who
Come on,
don't
Potter
want to
County.
shave their legs.
What do I get?
There is a major award up for grabs here, just saying. Major award. You guys have seen the movie, right?
Terry, don't make me go look down their shirt. That won't be pretty.
Okay, we have a threat. We're gonna have somebody coming around looking down all your shirts if you don't come up here and volunteer soon. We only have one participating member.
I'll participate.
Any hairy people out there?
I ain't got none, I'm gonna do it.
You have no hair. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Come on, where's the real man here? Let's go. Come on. Get this photo.
Here's another one.
Come on, get your chest out here.
Whoa. He's coming out with Jesus. That's true, that's true.
My friend Patty.
She thinks she can beat the hairy man? Oh boy.
You cheater, you bitch.
Come on, guys.
He's got a hairy back.
Get out here.
Oh my God.
The crowd, okay. Okay, it's Dream Souls, participant number 1. Okay, we got more. The crowd is going to be the judge of this. The crowd is going to be the judge. Take it off, take it off. They're brave. This counts back hair, chest hair. Oh, take it off.
You guys are gonna have to vote.
What's the deal with
Oh, boy.
Watch out, we're just seeing if this is still running. Yep.
Okay. Do we have any last entrants? Any last people that want to participate in this? Nope. Going once, twice.
What? What are we doing?
All right.
Hairiest chest contest.
We have. Can you say your name?
I've got Joel beat.
This is Mike.
Well, then enter.
Harry. Turn around. We got back
There's a prize.
hair,
We can't tell you the
chest
prize.
hair, face hair. Your name, sir. Mike and Ike. Okay. Ike's doing the call. Yeah. That. Your name.
Sue.
Betsy Sue? Okay, Betsy Sue. He's even got a little swirl here. Come on up, sir. John. John has lots of hair that's falling onto his chest. Do you got back hair, John?
Not really.
No back hair.
John, I have a question for you. Are you part Sasquatch?
Not really.
Has the height.
But I got big feet. 13.
All right, the crowd wants to be the judge here, so everyone who wants to hear that Mike is the hairiest beast out here tonight.
Give it up for Mike. Show Mike the love. All right.
Mike, do you know these people?
No.
Where's the love, people?
Okay, we got Ike,
Ike, go Ike.
Harry, Woo.
I think
John, you
John's the winner.
obviously shake it.
Floating floor. Thanks for helping.
Do we have a winner?
Do we have a winner? One more time.
Mike?
Mike.
We got one fan
Aye.
out there.
Yes.
All right, Ike.
Jim. And John.
I think John's our winner.
There's no question. John's the winner this evening. You are the happiest man here.
I think you should get a prize.
John, you may not have much that you need to keep warm on the top of your head. However, you are the proud owner of the PSA, Pennsylvania Sasquatch Association beanie. So when you're out snowboarding down those mountains, your head can be warm.
Excellent, thank you.
This is the gift for our Sasquatch. Do you want to get a group photo? Can you take a group photo with us? Is it alright if we take a picture with the Sasquatch baby?
Sasquatch baby.
We got everybody, Michelle? Yeah, that's a better quality camera.
This, hey, you see this? Fill this.
That's great.
Hey, sweetie.
Good job.
Great job.
Thanks for helping us.
Should we go shake hands?
Hey, for Bigfoot Jr.
Alright, thanks for your help, Sasquatch baby. Give it up for Sasquatch baby.
Yes, thank
All right, everybody give it up for our Sasquatch baby. All right, we got some Bigfoot jokes for you first. What's the difference between a man and a Bigfoot? One is covered with matted hair and smells awful, and the other has big feet. Wah, wah, wah. What's the difference between Bigfoot and a smart blonde?
Wait a minute, do we have any blondes in the house tonight? Uh-oh, we better be careful.
Should I skip that one?
What's the difference, Jason?
Yeah, I want to hear it, man.
A Bigfoot exists.
Sorry to our blonde friends.
Drum roll, no cymbal.
Okay. What drink did Bigfoot order at the bar?
I don't know.
A fuzzy navel. Okay, why did Bigfoot cross the road? To pick up the squashed chicken. All right. That is a bad one. For a couple minutes before we get into the Best Sasquatch Call contest, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the better encounters we've had submitted to us. And one of the more memorable recent ones was we had this guy email us that was a little bit further west near the Ohio border, and he used to live on a farm out there. And at night, he used to have a family of Sasquatch that would come out of the woods and onto their property. He said there were 3 adult ones and 1 juvenile. And at first, at sunset, they used to hunker down and look like tree stumps. And then they would slowly crawl over and take fruit from their trees. They would also go in the family chicken pens and take chickens away. And a couple times, he said they actually came up to the house and banged on the window a couple times.
Scared the hell out.
Yeah, and we also had this guy from Ohio email us, and he used to work on a fracking oil drill out there, and he said he was working 3rd shift one night overnight, and refilling some of the water supply out there, and right by the tree line where he was working, he said that there was a dark figure standing there, and he figured, okay, it was just one of the guys he was working with, so he didn't pay any attention to it, and he kept working. So it stood there for about 2 or 3 minutes and not saying a word, just looking at him. So finally he started to approach it and yell hi towards it, and the thing took off running in the woods. And when he went back the next day, he said he found a 16-inch footprint right there. And I know that's the top 2 that come off my head. I don't know, Mike, if you could think of any more of that.
That was probably my most memorable, because this is an oil and gas roughneck. You know, he's not somebody just out there trying to come up with a story. He had nothing to lose by sharing the story with us, nothing to gain. So yeah, that's my most memorable. Talking about Alright, we got some people practicing here. We're going to have one last contest, and that's going to be a Squatch calling contest. We're going to let you come up, try your Squatch call. So anybody that's brave enough to want to call in a Squatch, come on up and see us, and we'll take about 5, 6 people, and then we'll vote on the best call. If you want to do the Squatch call, come on up, talk to us, and get on the list.
And then again, just remember, while we have a couple minutes of downtime, don't be afraid to come up and talk to us anything Bigfoot related. If you have any questions, if you have a sighting you want to talk about, maybe you have a friend of a friend of a friend that encountered something out in the woods, or you did, and you don't feel like talking about it in a public forum, feel free to come up and talk to us. We're writing everything down, or we have our website that you could direct email us to, www.PSasquatchassociation.com. We also have our Facebook page. We have a Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter. All of our YouTube videos are up as well.
We still have hats and shirts up here for sale, so come up and see us. Come up and get on the list for the Squatch Call contest.
Don't be afraid to order some more drinks from your bartender. Don't forget to tip them. They've been running around doing a great job all night.
Watch it up. Is anybody going to come up here and sign up? It's great. Nobody wants to come up.
And the winner of the Sasquatch calling contest also gets a t-shirt as a prize. Don't make Michelle and Terry come and find you to bring you up here.
Where is Terry?
I don't know where Michelle's at. I think she would take everything.
Get this out of here. Squatch call in this house. Come on up.
Okay, we're even going to amplify.
Mike.
That was fake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mike?
J Money.
And that is also a fake name. However,
That's on my birth certificate.
if you all are out in the forest hunting for Bigfoot, and you wanted to call him in, just like you hunters, you have turkey calls and all that stuff.
The first thing it is license.
Oh, I have one of these.
Just for the
The Pennsylvania Sasquatch hunting permit. It's still good, 2012 through 2014.
Whoa, where'd you get those at?
Kind of a long season.
It's always Squatch season in PA.
Yeah. You don't kill Sassy. No.
They say
Randy.
2 per season? No. Ryan is going to be contestant number 1.
Yeah, Ryan! Betsy! Go get my posse. Make sure my posse's there.
I don't know if you've ever checked out PSA. No. We have a guy, Bucko, Boss Bucko, and when he does his call,
Bucko gets a shout out.
he like takes a deep breath in, puts his hands up like this, and just yells so hard that his whole body like shakes.
I want to see you yell with that goddamn teddy bear.
I did mine. All right, we're all beginners here? Okay. Oh my God.
Come on, Terry.
My son says I sound like a man when I do this.
Terry, that was good. That was like a Matt Moneymaker one right there.
I don't know, Ryan.
What was that one calling in, JT?
What?
What was that one calling in?
Yeah, that sounded like Moneymaker doing it.
Oh, moneymaker. Okay, Ryan. You don't even have to face the crowd.
Oh, I'll face the crowd.
Okay.
We're ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Ryan.
Give them hell, Ryan.
Good luck. Deep breath.
Good sound. Feel the sound.
You know what? Whoa!
Yeah.
You set the bomb!
You set the limit pretty
It's
high.
hard to
Pretty
beat.
high. Do you think you can compete with that?
I can compete with that.
Yeah, he's got this. Okay. He Now, you weren't the winner of the hairy man contest, right? So you really want this t-shirt back? Yeah, okay. Are you ready?
Hairy man contest. What the hell was that? Yeah. Thanks, Bart. Yeah, thanks, Bart.
Now, we have a different variety at the end. We've been calling in Sasquatches, however, I had a conversation earlier, and he's more of a Yeti call.
Yeti type.
Yeah. He likes the Yetis, so
I've seen a few.
he's gonna give it his best.
Hey, hang on. I gotta wait. The anticipation's gotta build for this.
Oh, okay.
I gotta wait. Tell the bartender to get that girl a beer for me. Hang on. I gotta wait. I mean, tell Ashlyn to come back.
Ashley?
Ashlyn,
Ashlyn?
come here.
Ashlyn, front and center, or we do not get a Yeti call.
Oh no.
Ashlyn! He needs to do the Yeti call for you.
Where is she?
She's still waiting.
Tell her to forget it. Tell her to forget it.
Okay. I did make a negotiation. If he wins, he's allowed to have a beanie instead of a t-shirt.
All right.
Okay?
How's everybody doing? Okay. I just want to dedicate this Yeti call to my science teacher in high school, Tim Clifton. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know how to do this. And I apologize if I blow out your speakers.
Adjust yourself. Alright. Adjust yourself.
You have little girls behind you.
Guys ready? Let's get a countdown from 10. Ready? 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was a Yeti, not a Bigfoot.
Yes, there was a difference.
Mike, you want to come up and do one?
I blacked out. I don't know. I didn't see it. Tell me what happened.
Mike, would you like to do a PSA official Sasquatch call?
Yeah, you better.
I prefer the whoop. I'll do the whoop
You want me
for
to come
you.
up and do it?
If you listen to a lot of the primate calls, Sasquatches tend to do a whoop just like that. I'll do the whoop. Somebody want to hold the microphone? And I'll try the whoop. Here we go.
Patty pigs, that's good.
Here we go. Whoop! 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 All right.
And then we have JT. He's been doing this a lot longer than me,
It's not fair, I only got one guy here.
You don't need friends if you kind of getting.
This is like voting for fucking
There, get her back here.
This isn't a popularity contest.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone who likes Eric's call.
Sound like you're from the same corner of the room over there.
Me/Patty.
Patty, first name, last name, buy me a beer.
That's correct.
Okay.
There we go.
First name, last name,
I want a t-shirt.
Patty Cashner.
Patty Cashner buy me a beer
They should.
I'll buy you a beer.
if you win.
I'm kidding.
Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy,
No,
tell
where the hell
Charlie
is
Let's
there.
hear it for Patty.
Where's Betsy?
Gordo.
I got a whistle.
Don't
I got a whistle. I
Gord.
got a whistle. Betsy is in Silent Story.
Very good, Cheryl.
Okay, everybody who would like to see Mike win.
Woohoo! There. I'm voting for Mike.
You guys, yeah. I think they liked your man here better.
Mike.
Would you go by Betsy?
Jay Marty. Not Betsy.
Betsy.
Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna say
For the
this.
science teacher.
For his science teacher.
Literally, you're caught in my hair.
If you like the Yeti call better than the Sassy call.
Unanimous.
I don't know if that was rigged or not, but
Is that your science teacher for real?
I was close to that.
My science teacher isn't here.
I think we probably have a winner. Is everybody in agreement?
J Money.
Yep. You won an official Pennsylvania Sasquatch Association beanie.
Was that a Chibo?
No, that was my own.